Hello there ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hearthstone. It's ASCII here for Nerf TV, and I'm going to be taking you through our Divine Justice Paladin deck. Now, the Paladin is in a very strange position in Hearthstone at the moment, where it's not quite a jack of all trades, but it's also not excelling at anything, and I feel some changes do need to be made to this hero before the game is released. However, if you know of a really good Paladin deck, leave a comment below, and we'd love to check one out, and we might even feature it in an episode if it is particularly good. But for now though, we'll run through what this Divine Justice deck does. So it's all about Divine Shields and trading those shields out for kills. So what Divine Shield is, it basically puts a bubble around your creature. You can then attack into the enemy. You won't take any damage, the shield will burst, but your damage will hit the enemy. So you can use it to trade a shield for kills, which is really helpful. It's going to leave you with a nice full side to your board while slowly whittling down the enemy's side. It's fairly effective. This deck is okay. Like I say, I feel something could be improved in it, and if you can think of what that is, let us know. But for now, the Blessing of Might gives your minions +3 attack. This is a good way to buff something up to get a little bit more damage out of it so it can trade for a high HP creature, or just to deal some more damage to the enemy hero. Hand of Protection, this is our first Divine Shield, simply gives a minion Divine Shield, and then you can trade that out as I described before. Humility is another way to trade without killing your creatures. So this is going to change a minion's attack to 1. That means you can then attack into them and only going to take 1 damage. So normally your creature will be able to stay alive and you could hopefully kill them. Redemption is a secret. When one of your minions dies, return it to life with 1 health, so you can attack with your creature and kill it, and then use redemption to bring it back to life, which is quite useful. Acidic Swamp Ooze, this went into the deck because I was running into a number of problems with players using weapons to clear my board, and I wasn't able to get up enough minions to really dominate the game and control the board. So that's why the Acidic Swamp Ooze went in. Argent Protector, Battle Cry, give a friendly minion Divine Shield, so that's another Divine Shield and also a 2/2 creature on the field. Sword of Justice, whenever you summon a minion, give it +1/+1, and the sword loses 1 durability, so you can basically summon up 5 creatures, giving them all +1/+1, so that's fairly effective with your hero power. So your Silverhand recruits are now going to come out as a 2/2, and it'll also work in conjunction with any other minions you put into play. The Raid Leader, give your other minions +1 attack. Hopefully you're going to be able to get a lot of minions out in the field with this deck, and the Raid Leader is going to buff all them up. The Shattered Sun Cleric, Battle Cry, gives a friendly minion +1/+1. A good way, I find the Shattered Sun Cleric often means I can trade a minion for something that it wouldn't normally be able to trade for, or often keep a minion alive that would have died otherwise. So I find this card very, very useful in this kind of a deck. And it's also very good value as you're getting 8 stat points for only 3 cost, and that's quite good. The Wolf Rider, this is a charge with 3/1, so normally the Wolf Rider wouldn't be that great except perhaps in some sort of rushdown deck. However, in this case, if you can buff it with the Hand of Protection, you can then get that free damage out without actually killing your creature, so that works out quite effectively. True Silver Champion, attack with, whenever you attack, it heals 2 health on your hero. You've only got 2 attacks with it, but it deals 4 damage, and it's only a 4 mana weapon, and that's quite powerful. The Blessing of Kings, probably the most powerful blessings in the game, one of the most powerful buffs in the game, sorry. It gives a minion +4/+4, meaning you're going to be able to deal some serious damage now. So say for example you've just summoned a Silverhand recruit with the Sword of Justice, it's gone up to a 2/2, and now you buff it up to a 6/6. Very, very effective. Next up, the Consecration, deal 2 damage to all enemies. I don't feel that's quite enough damage. I feel there's something lacking on this. I feel it needs like a card draw pot on there or something else. It feels like it's missing something. If you think of the Priest, for example, for 1 more mana, they also get a heal of 2 health to everything on their side of the board, as well as the 2 damage to all the creatures on the other side. And I feel that works out quite a lot better for only 1 mana cost, so I feel it's a little bit lacking there. However, we do need it because we need the AoE removal. The Hammer of Wrath, deal 3 damage to a single target and draw a card. Good for removing anything off the board, and also get that card draw, which is I think Consecration needs as well. Cult Master, whenever one of your minions dies, draw a card. So although we are going to be playing a lot of minions and trying to trade them effectively, the Cult Master is going to let you get cards out of them when they die. So if you're in a situation where you have to trade, say, a couple of cards out and you know they're going to die, you can play the Cult Master, so you're still getting some good value out of that. Lastly, the Frostwolf Warlord, 2 of these, they gain +1/+1 for each other friendly minion on the field. Hopefully you can have a few out there, so you're looking at a 7/7 or perhaps an 8/8 when you play one of these out, and that's going to be pretty damn useful on turn 5 and pretty hard for the enemy to counter. So as you can see, this deck works. It is logical. Hopefully you're going to keep the minions on the field. The Frostwolf Warlord is going to come out with a lot of HP. You've got some reasonable removal. You've got good ways to protect your creatures. but it's just not quite as powerful as it could be. So if you can think of anything to upgrade this deck, let us know. Now, there are a few things I have noticed and thought about doing that would work out quite effectively. For example, equality is quite useful. This changes the health of all minions to 1. Now, bear in mind that is going to affect your minions as well, so that isn't going to help too much in the trades, as you're probably going to be dying at the same time anyway. We also have the Outdoor Peacekeeper, change your enemy minions attack to 1. That could be quite useful as well, in the same way as Humility is. And also we've got Repentance as well there, a secret that works in much the same way as Equality. So there's a few more cards that could be quite useful in here. There's also, if we jump through to page 8 in crafting mode, the Blood Knight. This is a battle cry that removes all divine shields, and you gain +3/+3 for each shield lost. Now, this would require you trading your divine shields for a very powerful Blood Knight. In theory, this could mean you could play out like a 9/9 on turn 3, which is very strong. I mean, that would work really effectively within this deck. But you're getting rid of those divine shields, so you're not going to be able to get those effective trades. So you're going to be killing your other minions to keep the Blood Knight alive. It could work out well, it could go terribly badly. It's something that I might put into the deck if I unlock them, but I'm not willing to currently spend that much to actually unlock them. I don't feel it's quite worth it in getting enough value out of this deck just yet. So if you can think of anything to improve it, do let us know. I would love to push this deck further, or if you know of a really good Paladin deck that isn't relying on having 20 legendaries or loads of epics and that kind of thing, let us know as well. It needs to be something that's reasonably to unlock. A couple epics isn't too bad if that's what makes it really powerful, but I just feel the Paladin's lacking a little bit. I feel it's missing something, and I'd like to see it improved. It's one of my favourite professions from back in World of Warcraft, so I would like to see it buffed up. We'll see what happens though. I've been ASCII, you've been watching Nerf TV. Thank you for watching.